Well, since we're on the topic, I literally just wrote about this week, so it's good because 2 days in a row. One day it was at a local business kind of leadership meeting. Someone asked about buying reviews, and then a day later, someone in that's like a webmaster. He takes care of a bunch of different sites. Asked me my advice privately. He said, my boss is asking me to go out and fake reviews. And so here's
I don't know any better.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go through this. What we did was we wrote up how to get reviews properly, and basically we wrote up a post about first the risks, and I'll talk about those, and then how do you get more reviews, and then we're going to talk about the review policies. The first thing is there's kind of 4 basic problems that you're going to run into if you go out and either buy reviews or even reward people for reviews. Now, I'm not saying that you don't want to reward someone when they give you a review, but if you say, I am going to reward you for a review, that's a solicitation. Yes. And so that's, for people listening, that's the difference. If I ask you without you ever saying anything, that's soliciting.
Right.
But if you say, oh my God, you guys did an amazing job on my website, and you say, hey, that's great to hear, would you mind writing a review on Google for us or whatever, that's not a solicitation. That's just you asking them to give feedback. It's a nuance, but it's an important nuance because it actually has legal and terms of service consequences. So the first one is legal issues. Is FTC guidelines basically say that employees, a company, a person, anybody that you're paying, and it doesn't have to be cash, it can literally just be anything, that they have to disclose that relationship. So if you're going to leave a review and it's for your own company, which is a violation of terms of service typically with all of these systems as well, you have to disclose who you are, what you got, anything else.
That's not even just reviews. That's even like on Twitter.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
It's big with the influencer. Now the thing is are you going to get caught?
Yeah.
Chances are probably not for 10 years until they figure out how to build a system with algorithms and everything else to kind of track it down to the fake review. But you're putting your business at risk. And I think a lot of people, like in the SEO industry, when everybody was doing, terrible backlinking, thought they were never going to get caught too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then eventually
slingshot.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ouch. The second one is just violating the terms of service. You literally are violating the terms of service for these companies, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to do the fourth one next and then the third, but the fourth one is quality. If you look at paid reviews, you can see them. You can see them from a mile away. They're absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, the example that I like to give, and we mentioned them earlier, was Angie's List, who were a prior client. But Angie's List, if you go read reviews on Angie's List, they're typically like books. Right. People talk about the entire process, all detail driven, everything else, and either what kind of problem they ran into or how amazing it was. They aren't, oh, they put in a great set of cabinets.
Sure.
They walk through everything. And so quality is what's going to drive conversion. So if you get a really, really verbose review that has a ton of detail, it's great for SEO.
Right. And
of course, it's great because it's compelling to somebody there. The last one, of course, is just integrity. Come on, because everybody else, and this guy at the business meeting said it, all my competitors are cheating. I know they're all buying reviews. And I was like, yeah, but still, don't do it.
Right.
So how do you get more reviews? You guys talked about it already. But ask. When someone says, man, you guys did a great job, follow up with that. And I think you guys do a great job sometimes with where you proactively ask people, hey, did we complete everything that we had to complete? And they say yes. And you say, fantastic. Would you mind writing a review? So it's good customer service added with that. But if you come out of the gate and say, hey, if you like our service, it's a little bit different. That's solicitation. So Amazon basically lays down the law. If you ever read Amazon's review policy, it's pretty detailed.
Right.
And Amazon is the one that has sued over 1,100
companies.
Yeah.
people.
People, yeah.
These are people on Fiverr and stuff
Yeah.
that were getting $5 a review.
Yeah.
And they're suing them. And the reason why they're suing them is because it's the integrity of their review system that's at stake here.
Right.
So they're going after them big time. They think it's a good investment to get these people out of there. So with them, both promotional reviews they don't allow. So they don't permit artists, authors, developers, manufacturers, publishers, sellers, or vendors to write customer reviews for their own products or services, to post negative reviews on competing products or services, or to even vote on the helpfulness of reviews. Family members, close friends, groups, companies selling on Amazon cannot write reviews.
Yeah.
Did you know that? I have a book
Yeah.
on Amazon, and I've written a bunch of reviews. I didn't know that I wasn't even allowed. So don't sue me, Amazon.
They don't listen.
So, of course, paid reviews, they're totally out of. Google is basically says it's a conflict of interest. And they put it nice. They say reviews are most valuable when they are honest and unbiased. If you own or work at a place, please don't review your own business or employer.
Sure.
Don't offer or accept money, products, or services to write reviews for a business or to write negative reviews about a competitor. If you're a business owner, don't set up review kiosks or stations at your place of business. Just ask for written reviews at your place. So again, they're saying don't solicit.
Right.
Don't solicit. I like the kiosk idea, but what they're saying is don't stick that right in someone's face as soon
Well, and
as
I'm
they
pretty
walk
sure
in.
they did something a little bit that you couldn't do multiple reviews from the same IP. So when people were doing those review kiosks, they were running through the same computer, obviously, and running through the same network, and people were getting hammered for that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yelp has asked, they even say do not ask for reviews now, which is pretty amazing because I don't really trust Yelp reviews at all.
Right.
Plus, I've heard some really wicked stories about bad reviews disappearing when people advertised on Yelp.
Right.
Not saying that happened.
No.
Alleged. And then I listed out Angie's List policy goes into great detail on everything. But they basically, they even say if you're in any way related, and they list it out by blood, adoption, marriage, domestic partnership.
Oh, they're real serious.
They are
about it.
real serious. They
Angie. Get after it.
They are like, do not. And then interestingly enough, the toughest one that I had finding was Facebook's.
Yeah.
Facebook has a community standards, but if you try to look for the term review in
For
there
their
or
business
anything,
pages, yeah.
I couldn't find any. So I have a link to basically their questions for ratings and reviews, but I could not find anything in their community standards that literally said we don't allow or anything like
Right.
that. And so. So if you're going to cheat, I guess Angie,
Cheat on Facebook.
Cheat on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah. Well,
Throw out if you guys are in this business and you know that reviews are really, really important. We interviewed a long time ago on our expert series. We interviewed Daniel Lemon, and he wrote a book called Manipulated, and I would highly recommend it. It's a short read. It's got absolutely great advice on how to deal with negative reviews, how to proactively create a review strategy, how to check them all, everything else. So, Manipulated, I would pick up that book. We've actually bought a couple copies for businesses that we know. So that's it.
Cool. Thank you, Doug. That was some great information there. Always providing great information. Go to marketingtechblog.com. Follow them on Twitter at MKTG blog.
Tech blog.
Tech blog on Twitter, and they got their nice web mat to sign up for their newsletter.
High conversion.
Can't beat that.
Web mat.